friends, happy Monday. Okay, I am just now sitting down to answer inbox messages and do some other work stuff. But I wanted to pop in here first. Sorry if I'm giving you vertigo for moving you around. I had to turn off the music. I wanted to talk to you about this weekend because weekends tend to be slippery for a lot of us. And this weekend, it wasn't my intention to go off of gut protocol plan, but I did. And I did in a very big way. Hey, Karen, I binged. I ate everything. I ate compulsively. I ate to the point of trying to chew faster so I could get more in because, well, if it's here, I might as well eat it, and I've already eaten some of it, so I should just eat all of it, and I've already gone off track, so why not go big? Does any of this sound familiar? So I'm sharing that with you for a few reasons. Number one, because I think more of us should be willing to talk about it, especially those of us who are coaches and supposedly have all of our stuff together, which is not a requirement to be a coach. I don't have it all together. I am committed to working on my journey. I'm committed to rewiring my thoughts around my journey because I was the girl. If I'm really honest, I think I've always binged, and then I've always overcompensated, like I have to work out extra, or I'm gonna cut this out, or whatever. It doesn't undo it, right? Like I still ate all the things. And when I say I ate all the things, I mean, I legit ate all the things. Like I put it in my stories. It was kind of, and I know I'm missing things, but I just kind of went crazy. The interesting part of this is that since I started doing gut protocol, so I'm on my second round. So I am, let's see, I've been doing this now for almost probably like 7.5 weeks. And I noticed that when I removed all the things she tells you to remove, because gut protocol is different than the portion fix. I love it. If you haven't done it yet, I think you should do it. I think there's so many cool lessons to be learned. But anyways, I'm like 7.5, 8 weeks into that. And in the past, when I have introduced like one thing or two things, I've really noticed in my body, like inflammation. My neck hurts. I'm bloated. I have an instant, like someone just put a freaking like pump in me and like pump me up. Like I feel like I'm gassy and uncomfortable and I have heartburn. And like, it's so crazy how big the range of negative side effects has been for me. And so it's also really gifted me. It's not like it's ruined all these things for me, but it's given me clarity and awareness around, do I really want to eat this? Like it might taste good, but if it makes me feel really bad, if it makes me wake up and my neck hurts and I'm super bloated, like, is it worth it? It's helped me reevaluate. That being said, I totally was a dumpster fire this weekend, and I ate everything except for, I didn't eat cheese, and I didn't eat corn, and I didn't eat wheat. But I had tons and tons and tons of sugar and plenty of dairy. Oh, I missed the ice cream too. Yeah, I had so many things. And so the scale went up. Yeah, the scale went up. And yes, I am super freaking bloated, and I've noticed my digestion has shifted. Like I'm not pooping regularly like I was. But I also don't feel super terrible. So why am I telling you all this? I'm telling you this because it is a Monday, because we've all come off of Mother's Day weekend. And even if you're not a mother, you have a mother, and maybe it's a complicated day thing. It is really complicated for me. Really complicated. I have lots of feels around it. It makes me really uncomfortable. That's a whole nother bag of beans. We're not going to talk about that, but it's a Monday. So no matter what your experience was this weekend, no matter how you chose to show up to your journey, it is a perfect opportunity for you to realign, to imagine that it's a giant white erase board, right? And you can just you can wipe it off, you can erase it. It doesn't mean you undo what you did if it didn't serve you, if it's not in alignment with who you want to become and the physical, nutritional goals you have. But it doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're human. And I want you to remember that. It just means you're human. It doesn't mean you should do anything differently. This is an invitation for you to be aware of what's happening in your life and in your journey and to realign. So that's what I did today. I totally realigned. I was actually really mad at bedtime. Like I was irritated with my husband because I ate like an asshole. Like it's his fault. Like I was so annoyed that I undid my gut protocol, but what did I undo? I undid nothing. I don't have to go back to day one. You don't have to go back to day one. Even if you're not doing gut protocol, if you're doing a workout program and you're suddenly injured or you're traveling, you don't go back to day one. This isn't a 0 to 30, 0 to 80 21-day, 6-week program. This is your life, okay? And the Beachbody tools, those streaming workouts, the Shakeology, the nutrition plans, the gut protocol, these are just different tools in your tool chest. It doesn't mean you have to do them all. It doesn't mean you have to go through and be all like, compulsive around, I have to complete this and it has to look a certain way and it has to be in this timeline. None of that is true. This is your life, and you're a living, breathing human who is you're gonna encounter things, and you're gonna slip up, and you're gonna get off track, and you just hit pause where you need to hit pause, and you pick it right back up. If you are like me, 2 weeks ago, I was like, I need to go back to a day one because I need a day one, not because I failed, but just because I need to get such massive clarity in my journey that it served me. It wasn't going back to day one to punish myself or to make up for or to overcompensate for anything. It was what I needed. And that's always what I'm going to preach in here is this is a holistic journey that you're on. I'm your guide. I am a coach, but I'm an imperfect person committed to it alongside you, and I want to help you navigate the journey. I can't do any of the work for you, but if you need help, that's why you have me. I'm in your pocket, but I'm also in the journey alongside you. So if this last weekend was a dumpster fire, or you ate something that you're feeling shamey about, let it go. You don't need to drink any extra water. You don't need to do another workout. You just need to take today as it is. And you're going to drink your water, and you're going to move your body, and you're going to fuel it the way it needs to be fueled. All right? You're going to drink the water. I already said the water. Apparently, I really need to drink my own water. Okay? So that is what I wanted to chat with you guys about. It's a Monday. It's a Monday, and we're just barely into May. Don't get distracted with anything else that's happening. This is your journey, and it's okay if it's bumpy. It's okay if it takes a little extra time. I've gotten so many messages from you guys today, text messages like, I've injured this, and what do? Do I hit pause? Do I start over? Do I switch gears? I really want to finish it. You finish it. But if you're injured, that is your body's way of saying you need to hit pause. So if you're injured or you're traveling and you can't physically do what you have been doing, does it mean it's trash? Does it mean you need to start over? Please, it does not, okay? You hit pause on the journey, but you save, especially if you're injured, you save that time that you've already dedicated to it. You keep showing up to that time. It just means you have to pivot the journey. Maybe now you journal, or maybe now you read something that will develop your mindset, or maybe now you meditate, or you do one of our, more chill Beachbody On Demand workouts. But you protect that space and you keep showing up to it every single day until you've healed or you're feeling up and well enough to get back to the journey. You don't put things back on the shelf, okay? You just change the page, you pivot the journey as necessary, and you go from there. If you are traveling and you're like, well, I'm super close to finishing, but I can't pack my weights, what does that look like? What does it look like? It's your journey. You get to be the author of the story. So if you're super close to finishing a program that does involve weights and you're going to be traveling, I'm not expecting you or asking you to pack your weights. If you're staying in a hotel and they have a gym you can use, cool. But if not, if you're going to be staying with friends, if you're going to be camping, you improvise. You can still do a workout that calls for weights without weights. You engage your core more. You focus on your pelvic floor. You really like pull in all those other pieces that sometimes are easy to gaff because you're thinking about the weights or you're thinking about what they're saying. And if you don't have the weights, it doesn't mean you don't do it. You keep showing up to it to complete the program, to get the win. That's what this is about. If you get the wins, it's easier to complete, right? It's easier to keep on the journey and to get the momentum. And it's so much more about that mental, emotional win than anything else. Okay. So I'm going to dig into my inbox. If you need something, meet me there. Otherwise, log your accountability. Show up to your journey. It doesn't need to be perfect. Whatever happened this weekend or this last month or the last 6 months, whatever, who cares? Let it freaking go. You don't drive your car staring at your rearview mirror, so why should you show up to your journey doing the same thing? You assess it, you learn from it, you grow from it, you let it freaking go, and then you move forward and you win.